So this is Amplitube. What I'm running right now is the Brit 9000. I think that it's basically like a Marshall. I like the Marshall tone. You can buy a bunch of plugins for it, and that's sort of how Amplitube nickels and dimes you. You pay for the license for the app, and then everybody else comes in with their own license from like Mesa Boogie and things like that. Other companies come in and sanction their sound and bless it or whatever you want to call it, and then it comes out as a plugin. I'm just using the bare bones plugin, the ones that come with the actual app. And I found the Brit 9000 work the best for how I want it. Now I usually lay it back a little bit. So before, I just made my own, which I called it Riff 01. So you can just create how you want. Then you can save that as a preset. So now I have this, so I can just go in, choose a channel, turn on the effects, right click, load preset. Actually, no, I have to still go to preset browser. So go to preset browser, look for the name, and there, and now it's ready to go. So now I have a new channel that's set exactly how I want it, and I can just start recording, or I can record once, which that's the nice thing about this. There are other plugins. I tried another plugin, but it's just a plugin, so that way you attach it to Logic, which Logic is great, but I'll get it probably later down the road. Right now, Amplitude does everything I need to do, and it records inside the app. So I can just go to here, turn on, and actually has a metronome too. I'm just going to do that. So there, now this is recorded. And I can just literally just copy and paste. So now I can, now I have this, now I have two tracks. I can take this, move that one to one side, pan it hard to one side, pan it hard to the other. I can, when I'm recording, I can mute it if I just want to listen to this track and play a third track. For the most part, for like recording stuff like that, I think like it's pretty easy once you figure it out. It's not user intuitive, but it does basically have everything you need right out front, so you can sort of figure out what you want. The hard part is trying to dial in a tone, what you want, and how it sounds. That of course is all in here and here in your hand. But for the most part, I think this app works really well, and I think it's getting closer. This is the closest I've been to actually making a tone that I like, that is something that I can hear in my head and I can, that comes across how I want it to sound. One other thing that you can do with this, and I haven't played around too much with it, is add a pedal. When I do add a pedal, actually let's do this. We're here. So let's move this back to the center channel so it sounds a little bit more even. So we're here, go to a stomp box. They have some pre-programmed ones. I found that the overdrive adds that little oomph in the bottom that I want. So I do scoop the mids a bit, but then this brings back, it's tight. I keep my gate around 50. So that way, sometimes I use it, but sometimes I don't. I just want to have, and I'll add a compressor too, so let's do that. So Amplitube, is it worth it? It's slightly cheaper than Logic. So if you want like it's not GarageBand. GarageBand is great, but GarageBand does have its limitations. Of course, it's the free app. It doesn't do everything. This feels more like it does everything. Although, like I said, they nickel and dime you a lot for plugins. So you're not really paying for the software plugin. You're paying for the license fee from whatever company that's licensing it. Because like Jimi Hendrix has a license and Mesa Boogie. So all these big companies have licenses too. But out of the box, I think it works great. Out of the box, it satisfies my needs right now. I'd like to learn more. I don't know anything about Amplitube basically, but I'm learning as I go. So there aren't many tutorials, unfortunately, and their forum is, if you go to a help forum, good luck, because mostly it's just people trying to outsmart each other. They try to prove how smart they are, and that gets really annoying. The trick would be to walk in and say, hey, A, B, and C are the answer, and when it's really C, D, F, and you don't know that, trick people into helping you by saying, I have the answer, and then somebody comes along and goes, no, 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 this is what it is. That's how forums, that's how the internet works in a lot, which just sucks. I'd rather just have somebody go on a tutorial and say, if you want to do this, this, this. I'm obviously not doing that, but maybe this will encourage somebody to go, you're wrong, you're not doing it right, and then they'll make a video reply to this maybe. Who knows? Anyway, that's Amplitube. It works really well so far. I'm really happy with it, and I'll continue to use it on riffs. I think it'll start on riff like 210 or something like that. I make a lot of different riffs on YouTube, if you didn't know. So that's Amplitube, and I'm back on. I have stuff to record, so I'll be doing that.